Hi! Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I typically make bookish content, movie content, and anything else in between because I like to do whatever I want on this channel, and tonight's going to be bookish content. My first video of the year is going to be discussing all the books I read in 2021 and some other statistics. Now, this is the first time you're seeing me in like over a week, maybe by the time I finish editing this, maybe like 2 weeks. I wanted to do Vlogmas so bad, but then I got caught up with work, a lot of stuff happened, and then Christmas Eve I was bedridden. I got sick, and I did not get out of bed for like 2 days. I'm still getting over it, but I'm finally sitting down to film because I want to talk about these books and statistics. I love statistics when it comes to this stuff. I love making pie charts. I love discussing anything about the books I read. I just love summarizing my year. I'm going to start off with this video. My next video will be the best reads, my top 5 best reads. After that, it'll be my top 5 worst reads, and then I will move on with movies. But for now, let's discuss all these books. So the first order of business, how many books did I read in 2021? I set my Goodreads goal to 50, and I actually surpassed that. I read 55 books. Now that I'm looking down at my list, some of the statistics I figured I should mention, I didn't write down, but just like off the top of my head, some of these were library books. I'm not too sure how many were library books. Editing me will add that down below to let you guys know. At least 12 of these books were audiobooks. I think a total of 13 were audiobooks because I know I listened to 2 in December. The reason for that is because I listened to one audiobook in January, like I happened to listen to an audiobook in February, so I was like, wow, I should listen to at least one every month. So that's how that happened, and again, it's 13 because I listened to 2 in December. Another goal I was trying to do, I was trying to reread a book I had to read for school every month. So January was first grade, February second, so on. I think I do have a total of 12 rereads because I was able to do 1st through 10th grade. Unfortunately, I could not get around to 11th and 12th grade, but I reread just by chance another childhood favorite. So that was the 11th book, and I reread the first Lord of the Rings book, so that's book number 12. So 12 of these were rereads, the others are just new to me books. Oh, there's more rereads. There's another book I forgot about, so I actually think the total is going to be 13, but again, let's see. So my rereads are Junie B. First Grader, Flat Stanley, Stink the Incredible Shrinking Kid, Judy Moody Declares Independence, Holes, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring specifically, Tuck Everlasting, Out of the Dust, Romeo and Juliet, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, The Crucible, and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So yeah, those are 12 rereads, so make that pie chart. Hello friends, it's Editing Dom here. There actually were 13 rereads because I also reread Number of the Stars. I just forgot to add that in the count. So there were 13 rereads, and here's the pie chart depicting that. Now the actual statistics that I wrote down, so hopefully this part's not like mumbo jumbo like the others were. But the total number of pages I read this year was 14,708. So the shortest book I read this year was Voices of Christmas by Nikki Grimes. This is only 32 pages. Then the longest book I read this year was Under the Dome by Stephen King, which is 1,074 pages long. Therefore, my average number of pages this year per book is 267.4 pages. The Goodreads wrap-up tells you which is your most popular read versus which is your most least popular, so I thought that would be a fun statistic to include. My least popular is Voices of Christmas by Nikki Grimes. Only 193 people read and reviewed this. Then the most popular book I read this year, according to Goodreads, is The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. This has over 3,400,000 ratings and reviews on Goodreads. Now, I do rate every book I read. Unfortunately, Goodreads doesn't have like halvesies for stars, which really bothers me. So my actual average rating is different than the average rating Goodreads gives me because I do like to give books 4.5 stars or even like 4.75 sometimes. So I will go over how many books I gave each star rating. I won't say which book has which star rating just because that would be kind of spoilers for my best books and my worst books of the year. And again, I'll make like a pie chart so you guys have a visual. But I gave 13 books 5 stars. One book was given 4.75 out of 5 stars. 5 books were given 4.5 stars. 13 were given 4 stars. 4 books were given 3.75 stars. 2 books were given 3.5 stars. 9 books were given 3 stars. 2 books were given 2.75 stars. 1 book was given 2.5 stars. 2 books were given 2 stars, and then 1 book was given 1 star. But my average rating came out to be 3.75 stars out of 5. Another statistic is that sometimes I have shelves for mail authors and female authors, and I kind of like to see how that goes. Again, out of 55 books that I read this year, 24 were by female authors and then 31 were by male authors. None of the authors I read from were trans or non-binary that I know of. And then the last statistic I want to give you guys before I jump in and tell you which books I read. A personal goal of mine is to read as many books as I can that are by authors outside of America. 24 of the books I read in 2021 are by non-American authors. 17 books are by authors from Japan. 1 book is by an author from Pakistan. 1 book is by an author from the Netherlands. 1 book is by an author from Sweden. And 4 books are by authors from England. And again, I will insert a pie chart so you guys can have a visual of what those statistics look like. Alright, and without further ado, I'm going to restack all these books, and then I will jump right in to tell you which books I read. I'm going to list them in the order that I completed them. A Scarf for Keiko by Anne Malaspina. The Book Rescuer by Sue Macy. White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism by Robin DiAngelo. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 1 by Sui Ishida. Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined by Stephanie Meyer. Junie B. Jones, First Grader, At Last by Barbara Parks. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 2 by Sui Ishida. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 3 by Sui Ishida. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 4 by Sui Ishida. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 5 by Sui Ishida. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 6 by Sui Ishida. How to Be Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. Flat Stanley by Jeff Brown. Stink, The Incredible Shrinking Kid by Megan McDonald. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 7 by Sui Ishida. Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology by Leah Remini. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 8 by Sui Ishida. Origin by Dan Brown. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 9 by Sui Ishida. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 10 by Sui Ishida. Judy Moody Declares Independence by Megan McDonald. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 11 by Sui Ishida. I Am Malala, The Story of the Girl Who Stood Up for Education and Was Shot by the Taliban by Malala Yousafzai. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 12 by Sui Ishida. Holes by Louis Satcher. The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. The Martian by Andy Weir. The Sixth Extinction in a Natural History by Elizabeth Colbert. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 13 by Sui Ishida. The Boy Who Dared by Susan Campbell Bartoletti. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. Number the Stars by Lois Lowry. Ghetto-Side, A True Story of Murder in America by Jill Leovy. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 14 by Sui Ishida. Pen Pal by Dathan Arbach. Out of the Dust by Karen Hesse. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 15 by Sui Ishida. Unbroken, A World War II Story of Survival, Resilience, and Redemption by Laura Hillenbrand. Anne Frank Remembered, The Story of the Woman Who Helped to Hide the Frank Family by Meep Geese and Allison Leslie Gold. The Girl Who Slept with God by Val Berlinski. Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Terrible Typhoid Mary, A True Story of the Deadliest Cook in America by Susan Campbell Bartoletti. The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 16 by Sui Ishida. The Crucible by Arthur Miller. Uzumaki by Junji Ito. The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. The Five, The Lives of Jack the Ripper's Woman by Hallie Rubenhold. The Christmas Source by Tom Fletcher. The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederick Bachman. Voices of Christmas by Nikki Grimes. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore. And then finally, Under the Dome by Stephen King. So those are all the books I read in the year 2021, plus some other statistics. It's been a good year. I'm excited for what 2022 holds just because I have a list of books I want to get to. Let me know down below what books you guys read this past year. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. And without further ado, I'm going to peace out and I'll see you guys later. Ciao a tutti.